Alright, I'm back with more Homestuck, part 3. Um, Dang, I just had it open already. You are now the other guy. Take dowels and sheets from bed and make a tent. That sounds like a productive use of time. Wow, that's awesome. This is so much fun. A huge waste of time, yes, but so much fun. That's awesome. Oh, threw it down into the abyss. Cool. Alright, thanks, whatever, Rose or something. Carve a totem of the punched pogo card. What does that even mean? Hmm, cool. You put the punched card containing the pogo ride in the slot and carve a totem from one of the group site dowels. Repeat the process with the other cards and dowels, John. Wow. Pretty cool totems. Use the card containing the code for the hammer as well as the one with the random code you punched over the shaving cream card for the hell of it. You decide, or you carve the respective totems for the cards. Yeah, do the same thing with the capture log card. Surely that'll do something interesting. Was it just complete? It's just thinner. Okay. Pretty bare bones looking totem, if you ask you. Yeah, gotta agree. Rose collects the totems. Okay. Capture log card. Awesome. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Now, can you place those whenever you want? That's kind of cool. You stow the totems in your Athenium. Produce the capture log card. Whoa. The alchemiter requires 1 unit of any type of grist to produce 1 card. You decide to use shale since it seems less generally useful than build grist as of now. You make a whole bunch of them. Awesome. Whoa, did you just make all these? Yes. Sweet, thanks. What did you do with all the blue wobbly vase looking things? I brought the totems out to the alchemiter to test them. I'm taking some things into my own hands to save some time. Okay. Nice hammer. You grab a hammer at the expense of 2 units of build grist. Nice. You make a pogo ride too. Minus build 5 build, 1 shale. Crazy. Oh, it took the what is that? Oh, the random code. Um, Interesting looking. It's like some backpack with like a rocket and obviously the violin pot and cinder block. You create a rocket pack with some random crap stuck inside it. It looks like a cinder block, a violin, and a flower pot. The items have rendered the device completely inoperable. Crazy. You figure you might as well put this piece of junk to use. Okay, yeah, collect more of the grist. Using a little strategy, first you grab Harry Anderson's Wise Guy by Mike Cavney, then the cards, then your ejected PDA, then the book again to flush the cards into your deck. Nice going. Wow. I now have such a large inventory that I can only access one thing at a time from. Turn on detect the collision. You flip your fetch modi but find no such option. This is idiotic. Awesome. I have eject and eject. And philo, FIFO, philo, FIFO. Crazy. Read the book. Be the wise guy. From the street to the screen. To the pen to the king. Yep, that's a book. An introduction. Who's this wise guy? Blood loss in the Big Easy. New Orleans, 1977. The close-up room at the Magic Castle was this mean little box that tended to fill up with so much smoke you'd swear someone was cremating a wet dog in there. In walks Anderson. There isn't much that gets liquor to pause its journey from the table to my lips, but I'll be the bastard love child of a listless octoroon if that kid wasn't the cat that swallowed the cannery in a dapper little hat. It looked like he was testing the tensile strength of his suspenders to the damn near limit with a pair of cocky thumbs. I wasn't impressed. But I was a fool. Somehow, in my motion for another beverage, he'd already slipped into polite conversation at a table held down by some notoriously brusque regulars. He had them in no time flat. They were melting butter in his glass ramekins. Whatever tidy yarn he'd spun to win them over, I didn't catch a word of it. One of them laughed. I was angry, envious, maybe a little. You bet, yeah, you bet I was. Anderson had one of those wooden finger choppers that Nicky Hayes used to sell, the kind where the blade could be removed and clearly shown. It was a very convincing little guillotine that did not look like a novelty store toy. Harry would get a guy to examine the chopper and then cut a cigarette in half. Then he held the guy's hand up and told this little story. The story, of course, was artifice, a distraction for the guy and the audience while he worked his stuff with the chopper. Or it would become that once his famous chopper trick was perfected, vaulting him to fame, fortune, and the crowning position in the television judiciary. With what became his signature aplomb, Emerson was in moments a font of breast pocket gauze, profuse apology, and redoubling determination. It's really amazing how hard it is to find a blood sausage-sized piece of a guy on the floor of a room that dark and smoky. Impossible, I think we all proved. Just as impossible as blind Willie Buttermilk Stubbs was going to find it to work his trumpet tomorrow night without his twiddling fingers. A Harry and I never speak anymore. Crazy. You never really understood what Cavani's relation to Anderson was, or why you wrote this book about him. His ambivalent attitude towards your favorite magician in these anecdotes always struck you as a little weird. And to be honest, you tend not to read much of the text in the book. You mostly like to look at the diagrams for all the cool tricks. Yeah, it's an interesting book. Oh, time to see more of the interesting book. A Hole in the Ace, aka the Hole Trick. Uh-huh. Curious. The hole is the over the hole because they're not on the same tile. Curious. Here's a perfect example of how Harry could ruin several decks of cards, waste everyone's valuable time, and have you love him for it. He was good at that. One day he nosily emptied his suit jacket pocket onto the hood of his car in search of change for the meter. A clunky metal thing slid from the pile and bounced on the sidewalk. As I retrieved it for him, I asked him what he was doing with a hole puncher in his pocket. His face lit up at the question like he was an elf, and I asked him how he felt about climbing into the hollow of a big tree to bake some cookies or something. The 2 foot 6 inch height differential between us causes these comparisons to enter my mind. A small crowd had already gathered around even before he produced the first pack of unmolested cards. How people seem to gather and how they even know a street performance is about to take place, I'll never know. It's perhaps Anderson's greatest trick, luring the marks like that. I wanted to ask if he was sure about this, performing in broad daylight. He used to work in dark. He was used to working in dark rooms. It was usually the first thing out of his mouth when he would queer a trick. I'm really more accustomed to working in a dark room than this. But Harry was excited, and had already butchered the first deck of cards with a hole puncher, and issued the first round of apologies to the crowd. These were like the primer apologies, the sort that got the folks loosened up a bit before the 7-course meal of integration that would inevitably follow. He asked me for a fresh deck of cards, and I gave him one. The principle behind the trick, in theory, as he explained to me later, was to punch holes in what appeared to be one card, but was in fact two or more together. Hence the difficulty often had in squeezing the puncher with his little elfish hands. Then, making some coy maneuvers with his thumb, temporarily concealing the hole while he slid the card beneath it with his palm, the hole would seem to disappear, or move to another part of the card. Fascinating. Oh yeah, that's right. The old hole in the ace trick, interestingly enough, pertaining to punching holes in cards and making them disappear and stuff. Your hands were never really strong enough to make this one work all that well either. But actually, this gives you an idea. Ah, curious. Combine the cards and the holes sometimes line up, sometimes don't. Fascinating. You overlap two of the punched cards. They mask each other's hole patterns. Put both cards in the totem lab. You carve another totem using the new combined hole pattern. Whatever could it do? Why did you make so many hammers, Rose? Glad this goblin's enjoying itself. Um. Oh man, looks like Rose made like 1,000,000 hammers for some reason. Get all this shit out of the way. You're about to make something sweet. Maybe. Oh my goodness, that is sweet. It's a pogo hammer. I don't know what it would do, but you got the pogo hammer. Whoa. Yeah, sure. Boing boing. Yep. What did you do? I combined the cards in the lab thing and made this. It is so sweet, man. Look at me go. I see. That was a really good idea, John. Nice work. Thanks. I got the idea from Harry Anderson. Who? You know the show Night Court? No. Oh, well, bottom line is he's awesome. That's really all there is to say on the matter. True. Attack the nearest imp to test Pogo Hammer's strength. Okay. Dang. What happened to John? He just flew. You got a viscous, no, a vicious rhythm. You get a vicious rhythmic bouncing combo going and easily slay the limp in one blow. You and the pogo ride are catapulted sky high in the process. Oh man, that is quite sky high. The pogo's in the tree, no. That probably doesn't matter that much. Sweet cat. Dang, you caught me with a bed? That's actually crazy. Oh, there's a massive goblin in there. Wow. An imp, whatever they're called. What's happening to the pogo? Okay, they're okay. Um, I like how these two images are like slightly, it's like zoomed out at a different level or something. These two are mostly fine. Still doesn't seem to line up perfectly. Well, maybe it does. I think it does. You just have to like, move it upwards. Oh no, Pastor John. Hey, that was a pretty nice sweet catch. Save. Oh yeah, that. This is pretty comfy. Why don't you just like carry the bed around with me on it? It's up to the gate up there. I can't interact with you directly or anything that you are touching if it will result in moving you. See? Dang. Oh, lame. A game probably regards that as a kind of cheating, in a way, thieving you of your free will as an adventurer, and the need to advance by your own skill and ingenuity. The server player is just a facilitator. Okay, well, all that scurrying around kind of wore me out. I think I'm going to rest here a bit. Rose, can you keep the imps at bay? Like drop some stuff on them if they sneak up too close. No, you should pick up your hammer and defend yourself. What? Come on. I have no idea what the hell Dave is up to, or if he's any closer to recovering the game. There's some stuff I'd like to try in case he doesn't come through. Oh, alright, I'm just gonna rest my eyes here a second though. Yeah, sleep. Crazy. Check Alchemy Excursus. Oh, yep, there's my recipes tab, I guess. Looks like a sort of index documented all the known results for punch card alchemy combinations. This could be a convenient resource as you start to stumble on more useful card combinations, but ever since John started punching cards, you've been contemplating other ways this item manufacturing system could be put to use. In particular, if you obtain the code for any item at your disposal, you think you could theoretically send the code to John and he could make it himself. That is, if you can think of anything that would be worth sending to him. After all, like the Superb server CD, that would be crazy. How you can't do that, can you? Oh, you literally can, Drew. I forgot capture logging is not a Spurb thing, it's just a thing in this world. You eject the disk and capture log the server ID. Message John this capture code. It's yeah. I don't know that you can send that. Oh god damn it. The generator is like in the fire. Oh, looks like it ran out of power. What? Your laptop was 0% battery? Facepalm combo ×2. Okay, John, wake up. Oh, it's the detective from that one thing. Gushers, yum, dude. Imp, Pogo. Yo, it's what is that? Anderson, Joe, whatever the guy's name is. And that's person. Okay, that was interesting. Oh, there's an imp right there. I'm lucky John woke up when he did. Okay, never mind. It doesn't seem to want to attack me. Hey, whoa, there you are. How's your adventure going, John? It's okay. I am making some progress, and Rose finally connected again, so she is helping me now. That's good. Oh, but like, I don't think I am actually saving the world here. I don't know what I'm really accomplishing, but I guess it's not that. Well, I think whatever it is, it must be pretty important. Don't lose hope, John. I think it will all turn out for the best if you stay positive. Just keep listening to your grandmother's advice. Yeah, you're probably right, but I don't think I mentioned Nana to you, did I? Oh, I don't know, didn't you? I don't know. Maybe you talked to Rose or Dave about it or something. Yeah, maybe that was it. They're really weird when they talk to me about you. Like, they're always trying to convince me you have some spooky powers. But I'm always like, no, she seems like a pretty regular girl to me. Smile. But then I think back, maybe there are times when it seems like you know some things. Like, maybe you know more about a thing than you were telling me. I don't know. Oh, well, John, I want to explain lots of things to you. Some things that I know. I'm just waiting. Waiting for what? Oh, John, I forgot. I was messaging you about that meteor that fell near my house. Oh, yeah, whatever happened with that? Oh, boy, well, it turns out I was confused about it. Really confused. See, I guess I lost track. I guess I fell asleep for a while and I lost track of time. That happens. Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Yeah. Very relatable. GG. Um, Maybe you should like wear an alarm clock or something. So what was the deal with the meteor? Wear an alarm clock? Like I should have watch or something? Well, it's hard to explain, but I know what it is now, and now I know everything's going to be okay. So what is it? Or is this just another thing that you're waiting to tell me? Oh gosh, John, I really want to tell you all this stuff, but I can't yet. I really think you need to wake up first. Huh? Well, okay, not literally. Well, okay, maybe kinda literally. Og, stop being so confusing. Lol. Anyway, time for you to go, John. I think you have some company. Okay, thanks, Garden Gnostic. Quickly grab the pogo hammer. Is, is that the full image? Okay. I'm like looking over the edge, I guess. You stick the pogo hammer back in your strife specubus and get ready to kill some more of those pesky little... Huh? What's that? Oh, it's the giants. Massive. What? He has a book? Yeah, we're both hiding back here now. A tentacle therapist ceased pestering ectobiologist at question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark. Rose, why aren't you dropping something on that thing? Oh no. He's all alone. Be the imp. You be the imp and quickly abscond the fuck out of there. This is what weaker adversaries do whenever things get too hot to handle, which is frequently. Prepare for a boss battle. Yeah. You stop being the imp because I was stupid and scurry over to your magic chest that you suddenly remembered was on the roof. There are some things in here that would be good to stock up for a major battle. But it looks like someone has plundered your chest. This is so outrageous. Yeah, it's completely empty. Rest in peace. John, you're just... Yeah. Oh my god, it's stepping up using my window, bro? Come on, man. Rude. I like took the tires in. You are being ambushed. There isn't much room to maneuver on this sloping roof. Maybe you should consider making your way to higher ground. Yeah, send to the highest point of the house. You go up here. Okay, look down. You pick over the edge. I killed the imp. Cool. No, it's not there. I'm fine. He's fine. Yeah, it's a big ball though, so. Handcuffs? It seems, there already seems like a long way down to your yard, not even to speak of whatever's below. Hey, weren't your trick handcuffs dangling from that branch earlier? Damn it, why do imps all gotta be making off with all your sweet gear? Ah, true, I remember that. Could have just fallen, to be fair. Turn around. Um, there's two of them. Okay, crude ogre. You are confronted with a pair of enormous foes. This is it. You have no choice but to wage a fierce rooftop battle. This is totally going to happen now and could in no way conceivably be interrupted by a sudden shift in our attention. It's go time. It's time to do this thing. Um, we're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Uh, this one. Let's do this thing. Let's make this shit work. We're doing it, man. We're making this happen. Oh yeah, bitches. Okay, stop being the other guy. You stop being the other guy. You're not even sure what that meant. Yeah, what that meant anyway. Ascend to the highest point of the building. Yeah, sure. Bro, roof now. Bring Cal. I was reading that, but okay. Okay, the Muppet Butt Talk Mound. Acrobatic maneuvers. Okay, you're bringing that guy. Cal or whatever. Got the sword. Cool. Kick open the door. Climb the stairs. I mean, you're on a pretty big building already. You're like it's on in a skyscraper. Yeah, I don't know where you live, man, but it's high up. There's the Eye of Sauron. Oh wow, the entire world is like ending. Who's that? Brother. Who moved Cal? Psych. Ah. Oh wait. Times 2 double psych out combo. This guy? Okay. Sure. You are now the wayward vagabond. Okay. Retreat. Got him already. Okay. Okay. Examine the brown pumpkin. What pumpkin? Yeah, you're right. I don't see one there. Check the little red bar there. It appears to be a gauge for a large power cell, perhaps fueled by some type of nuclear reaction. If this is the case, it is relatively low on fuel, but who knows how long it has been running here? Who knows? Could be years, could be minutes. Probably not minutes. Days, I meant. You do not care about this sort of nonsense, and you will disregard it at once. You are very hungry. Okay. Grab some, the gravy. There's beans you can use also, but yeah, capture log the gravy. Capture log, you have no idea what that means. It is total nonsense, and you do not know what to make of it. You will not give the foolish notion a second thought. Okay. Just pick it up, then, man. You are now holding the can of gravy. Okay. Use your sharp teeth to poke a hole in the lid of the can. Your teeth aren't that sharp. Your teeth are useless for the task. They are blunt like that of livestock, presumably suitable for mashing up plant matter and not for puncturing metal. Okay. Attempt to open the can with your weak, pathetic digits. They're very small, and you only have 4 of them. It doesn't appear to have like a tab to pull it open. It's the kind of can you need a can opener to open. Your weak, pathetic digits are not strong enough to penetrate the can. Your fingers are certainly pointy enough, and your black carapace is suitably rigid, but you just don't have enough muscle for the task. Okay. Take the beans instead, I guess. Examine the can of custard. Oh, isn't that mustard though? Okay. That is, the can clearly reads mustard, a fact of which you were perfectly well aware. Yeah. It is sort of cumbersome holding all these cans at once. You doubt you can hold many more than this. Maybe one or two. You'll need to find something to put stuff in if you want to carry a lot of things around. Okay, examine the marking on the wrist, or isn't the marking on your wrist, but do it anyway. You drop all the cans and look at your wrist. Oh my god, creeper? Oh man, oh wait, that's like a... I have no idea what that is. It's a tic-tac-toe board. There's a sort of specialized barcode pattern. Ah, this brings back unpleasant memories, and you'd prefer not to dwell on it. Okay, what's the plant? Very... What plant? Did you just ate it? Bro. Okay. Check the book on human etiquette. It appears half the pages of the book have already been eaten. The daunting volume is considerably lighter than it once was. Okay. Sustenance, intermediary, this is the key. Consumption. The silverware is the key. You were somewhat skeptical about the nutritional value contained by these pages. However, of the practical wisdom they contain, there can be little doubt. You have learned so much. Clear out all the cans inside the purple machine. That's a lot of them, actually. Looks like there's ham, mayo, potato, squash, um, I guess bread, cheese, rice, peas, maybe corn or something, mustard, gravy, beans, of course. I think that's everything. All the ones I can see the text on. You empty the peculiar cabinet and take a quick inventory of your canned goods. You have beans, mustard, gravy, bread, shrimp. Awesome. Asparagus, cheese, rice, corn, peas, flour, chestnuts, mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Okay. That's a lot more than I thought it was. I mean, beans. Where's the mustard? Oh, mustard, gravy, bread. Shrimp isn't anywhere. Asparagus isn't anywhere. Cheese, rice, corn, peas. There's no flour, so I'll just say that. Whatever. These are the shrimp and asparagus. Chestnuts, I guess, is that. Mayo, ham, potatoes, and squash. Okay. True. Such bountiful plenty, and yet the delights taunt you from within their small metal prisons. Why would you can bread? Is canned bread real? I can believe the other things. Well, canned flour, put that. Why does it need to be in a can? And also, still not like. What do you do with it? You don't have like eggs or anything. You can't make anything with it. Search the room for a can opener. You have already looked all over the place for a can opener, even making a few electronic inquiries about one to no avail. Nothing else inside the purple thing either. Okay, locate a nearby sharp object. Oh, that is sharp. That's a knife? Okay. You wield your trusty knife. It is actually a... You're not sure what they're called. It's an old rusted one of those red mailbox arm swing flappy doodads. Either for letting you know there is mail in the box, or maybe for alerting the mailman to outgoing mail to be collected. You don't know, really. You wrapped a little piece of cloth around it for the grip. It is useless for opening cans. Yeah, it wouldn't be that sharp. Be the imp. This means nothing to you. You are not an imp. You have no idea what an imp is, and you will not entertain such frivolous and childish ideas ever again. You feel stupid and hate yourself a little for even considering it. Okay, become the mayor of Mantown. Become the mayor of Cantown. Well, okay, you stuck the thing in the pot, true. As the glorious founder and mayor of Cantown, you erected a dignified, majestic city hall out of cans, fittingly capped off with a tomb of good manners for the roof. You have given yourself a very official and important-looking mayoral sash made out of old cables. It does look nice. To complete your look of authority, a number of rather civic-minded citizens cans gather in front of the building to offer adulation to their fair and magnanimous leader. All is well. Woo. Beep beep, corn, vroom, parade. Okay. Yeah. That, yep, adds up. Sounds awesome. You immerse yourself in this beautiful dream as you whittle away at the minutes, or perhaps hours. You love the idea of being a mayor. You love everything about mayors and the concept of an orderly, civil democracy. It all seems so mannerly and reasonable to you. Everyone is friendly and happy, and the city runs like clockwork. The foundation of the government is based on mutual respect between the leader and its people. It is also built on having a really great mayor that everyone loves who is totally amazing and heroic and brave. True. You're missing the hat though, yeah. Mayors are so much better than kings. You hate kings and you think kings are really stupid. They are petty, bossy tyrants and are really full of themselves and are basically awful in every way. God, you hate kings. Okay, explore the west of Cantown. Ah, you got a bug in an amber. You got some Crayola crayons. You got some weird radioactive stone, and you got some like fuel or something. Some gas. I don't know. Over here is the other side of the room. There is another one of those purple storage boxes and some useless objects scattered on the floor. Yes, use the glowing green rock to open cans. Oh, it's electrical, I guess. Not. Oh, did you eat it? Oh, burp. You probably shouldn't have eaten that. You pick up the nugget of uranium and oh, that was so stupid. Why would you do that? Examine the crayons. Oh, those are chalk. Okay. It's chalk numbnuts. Yeah. 12 of them. Okay, fair enough. Yeah. I guess I saw Crayola and assumed crayon. Okay, why are you eating the chalk? I mean, I hear the texture of chalk's pretty nice. When eating it, I don't know that the taste would be any good. Inside the box, there are 12 pieces of chalk in every color of the 10 pieces of chalk in most colors of the rainbow. You were excited by this. I mean, there's no orange. Well, I guess this. Red, orange, yellow. Blue, blue, blue. Purple, purple. Yep, that's most colors of the rainbow. Plus you got brown and white. No black chalk, weirdly. You try to open the storage box. It's locked. There must be some sort of release mechanism for this thing. Okay, what's this yellow container? Fuel. The container is full of motor oil. Yeah, okay, I was close enough. I said gas. And I said it was fuel. This does not seem useful to you right now. Okay, rescue the poor lightning bug inside the amber. There is nothing you can do for this new little friend. Attempting to crush the amber encasing the firefly would likely cause it harm. It nevertheless bravely flashes on. You find its light alluring, inspiring. To you it seems as if it could quite easily serve as the light of democracy. You know. Use the chalk to draw some roads. Wow. You got City Hall, Can Street, Can Boulevard, Can Parkway. Pretty nice town. You got some trees. Cool. You sketch a handsome network of sprawling thoroughfares for your citizens to traverse. The adoring population applauds its mayor's keen instincts for city planning. You even add some lush vegetation to your city with a piece of blue chalk because you can't seem to find a more suitable color for some reason. Oh, that's weird. Crayola chalk tends to come with green. I guess someone must have used it all up though. Lay a chalk foundation for Cantown civic growth. Why is it a chessboard? You develop westward, settling those fertile plains and claiming them for your city. It's farmland, okay. You section off a number of residential and commercial zones for civic growth, arranged in the only logical pattern that occurs to you. Oh, no, it isn't farmland. I guess you color the residential zones with a piece of white chalk, but for some reason none of the colors in the box strike you as suitable for the commercial zones. Perhaps there's an alternative. Use your own P for the commercial zones. There's yellow chalk, bro. Also, that would wash away the other chalk. You cannot urinate because you have not had anything to drink in quite some time. You are very thirsty. Also, that is a really terrible idea, and you would not consider befouling your wonderful city in that way for even a moment. Use the motor oil to designate commercial zones. There we go, there's the black. That bit's quite flammable now, though. You fill each empty square with a bit of motor oil to complete the zoning. It looks rather striking to you. You can hardly imagine what an up-and-coming young can trying to make it in the world would not be delighted to live in your fair district. You are very careful not to get any of the unpleasant fluid on your person. It would be hard to clean up, probably. Peel label from can of mayo and affix to sash. True. Mayor. Survey surroundings and search for more terrain for city. There's not much room, not gonna lie. It seems you have run out of territory for your western expansion, but there is still a lot of empty wall space. Perhaps your citizens would be happier with a colorful backdrop that would make them feel more at home. True, make it colorful sky. Um, did you run out of the one blue chalk and had to switch to a different blue? That's crazy. Using most of your imagination and an entire piece of sky blue chalk, you render a bright and cheerful sky full of clouds. You decide that very closely orbiting your city is a luminous planet, about which orbits a single moon. I guess that. You switch to another shade of blue you switch to another shade of blue and continue rendering on the western wall. Awesome. Oh, more planets. Wait, that's meteors. No, that's a volcano. That's like a black hole or something. I don't know. Orbiting much further from your city are four planets. None of these have satellites, you have decided. Yes, that makes sense, you think? Yes. Oh, wow. We're back here. John just made the pogo hammer. And on the southern wall, beyond an impenetrable veil of darkness, occupying the furthest orbit yet, there's an ominous planet. A moon circles this one, too. Okay, check the rampaging boy on screen. What is he doing? Oh, he's on the sky. He's on the bed. You're gonna get caught. Oh yeah, it's that guy. You had almost forgotten about him and his confusing shenanigans. It seems like he has things well in hand at the moment. He does not appear to need your help, and you have already concluded that he cannot help you, at least for the time being. Okay, turn on the other three screens. What do they do? View the other three people? You have no idea how to turn these on. Okay. There is no mouse for this weird quadra-monitored computer. It can only be operated through text commands from its keyboard. Perhaps there's a special key or command which will allow you to switch to another monitor? Monitor? Yeah, tab. That sounds correct. Alt-tab, maybe. Well, okay, there's no alts, so I guess command-tab, I don't know. I don't know that that did anything. Oh, it opened that. Ooh, is that a bunch of soda? What is that? Tab? True. Tab soda. Consume several cans. Yummy! You free the heavenly brown elixir from the jewels of pink carapace and imbibe like the wind. It is so sweet and sugary, you wonder how so much sugar can fit in one can. Whatever mighty wizard concocted this potion is truly deserving of your fear and respect. Okay, welcome the rest into the city. Seems like a very diverse population of cans. Or as diverse as can be at the moment. There's surely more than two types of cans out there, but the tabs are naturalized as loyal new citizens of Cantown. All cans are welcome and equal in your city, regardless of canned content and whether empty or full. It's not like emptying a can kills it or anything. They are just cans after all. Okay, what about escape? Oh. What does that say? I have reached an impasse. The opener dilemma remains unsettled, most unfortunately, but it has been a pleasure nonetheless. Oh, but thank you so very much, dear favorable small primate. I shall make my leave now, John. Until next time. Okay. Feeling refreshed and heavily caffeinated, you go back to work on the big computer. You would escape, which seems to minimize the action window thingy and reveals a history of all the commands you've entered. Okay. View to return. Do the potted vegetable instead. It looks delicious. Inspect hag ash incident. Do again its purple word say. Ignore the woman's antics. Indulge the device, but be curt with it. Enough strange poetry from the red text. Purple text is less irritable than the red text. Ridiculous folly, inexcusable. What color the words that this chum says? The green text was attractive. Now view the red text again. John, what are you doing? Stop doing nothing. Troubling. Investigate this. John, pursue adversary into that room. This chum will know what to say. Do read your book. Stay wary of these foes. John, turn around. John, salvage your weapon. You said put the bunny back in the box. Now exalt victory. Spoils are yours. What about that card? Gather your bits of your large hammer. Blah blah blah. Me quest of futility. Then yes, I will have to agree with the float hag about that. Blah blah blah. Pursuer. Flee from the boorish rival post haste. Uh, okay. Use the arrow key to scroll up a bit. You can't believe how much you've already typed into this stupid contraption. What a waste of time. Ooh, switch 2341. Lock room 3 password. Boy, you there, boy. You scroll all the way to your first command. It looks like there are more commands above it. Home view, the switch, which probably switches the other perspectives. It looks like there are more commands above it. Maybe someone was entering commands on this thing before you? Um, there aren't many more. At the top of this list appears to be the very first command. Home, I guess. Type switch 2. Oh, is that... Oh, that's Rose, I think. That's in Rose's home, I think. Maybe. Maybe, I don't know. The screen is garbled, and you have no idea what you're looking at. Some sort of filthy beggar pleading for help. No one is around, and nothing is happening. You seem to be locked out of any sort of interaction with whatever's happening on this monitor. Okay, switch 3. That, I assume, requires a password. Oh, it's Dave Strider fighting whatever the hell that thing is. What? Cal's dead. What the heck? It's another one of these rapscallions. This monitor is locked too. You can't tell him what to do. Not that you really want to, since it just looks like more confusing nonsense to you. You consider switching to screen 4, but decide against it. Okay. You have a feeling that whatever's there would just confuse you even more, and you don't really care all that much anyway. Fair enough. Type home. Ah, timer counting down. 4 hours, 12 minutes, and 53 seconds. All 4 screens activate. Together they display a countdown starting at 4 hours and 13 minutes. Okay, reboot. You can't. Nothing is working anymore. The timer seems to have disabled the keyboard. Ah. Okay. Go back to being a mayor, I guess. Artichokes, planes. You got your nice hat. Pickle, bamboo shoots, radishes, seaweed. Yummy. Enough of this nonsense. You are an important mayor, and this absurd contraption has wasted enough of your time. You've got a city to govern with a carpaced fist, which is to say firm, yet polished, and supple as the situation demands. Anyway, this will help you kill some time while you wait for that clock to count down. Yeah, not much else to do. Create employment opportunities for the citizens again. True. Yep. You've made a chessboard. You temporarily dismantle City Hall to free up all the canned power available to create a vigilant town militia. You divide them into 2 groups, marking them with distinct teams and ranks using the piece of white chalk and the motor oil. You then organize them in a phalanx, yeah, across the countryside, preparing for a stiff training regimen. When you are through with them, your forces will be a well-oiled machine. Chalk another one up to bold leadership. Lead your men to victory. Why is your tattoo loading? Woo. More soda. Bit of a long game of... Oh, checkmate! Woo! I don't know if it was a good checkmate or bad checkmate. You waste more than 4 hours on this tomfoolery. Okay, I'm on the list. Lots of citizen tab. Oh no, he's dead. I still got 4 minutes. Your caffeinated jittering must have agitated all the little bubbles curiously hidden in the liquid, creating too much pressure in the can. You speculate this is why it exploded as you nervously eye the timer. You're starting to wonder what will happen when it reaches 0. Maybe it would be best not to be near it when this happens. Okay, minutes in the future. Oh, are you... Oh, okay, you're fleeing. They're perhaps not as few as implied by the circumstance. A per... Hold on, I'm sitting up. Okay. A peregrine mendicant trundles precious cargo beneath the gleam of the celestial ominous. Ah, look at all those mailboxes. Hmm. Is that a meteor or is that just a star? Cool. Go outside and get some sun. You say a bittersweet goodbye to your beloved city. It is time to move on to greener pastures, by which of course you mean an arid, sandy wasteland upon which nothing green has grown in years. The door shuts behind you. A panel on the door becomes illuminated. As you ponder over the marks on the panel, you hear another mechanical sound overhead. Can't quite tell what that is. Okay. Ah, locked in the ladder shaft. Cool. Okay, well, suburbs, or Homestuck suburb, whatever. It's suburb. The LCD panel appears to have a touchscreen interface. Okay, prod the looking spirograph. Okay, it's locked. It appears the funny looking spirograph room is locked. Okay. The room rotates a full 360 degrees behind you, while the surrounding wall seems to stay put. Ah, crazy. Select the triangle fractal thing, whatever. Okay, it's not locked. Enter it. The room turns 120 degrees and the door opens. Am I in a different room? You go through the door to find another room. It's the same size as the other one you just wasted all that time in, while a clock was ticking down to something which may or may not be your doom. Maybe there's something in here that will help you escape. Against the wall, there's another perplexing contraption. With the entire world? Okay. Coordinates. Altitude maybe, and date. Uh, Not the same dates as that, but yeah. 2009, April 13th at 12:13 p.m. Against the opposite wall is some sort of control panel which catches your eye. It has two large screens, but only one appears to be active. There are fields for numbers which appear to be modifiable with the dials to the right, these dials. Some numbers are already supplied by default, perhaps entered by the previous user. There are a few buttons below, the largest one bearing the symbol marking this room. Also, it looks like there's a meter stick propped up there for some reason. Curious. Attach your trusty knife to the meter stick. Now I have a spear. You immediately craft a measuring spear, though through possibly the most advanced form of alchemy employed thus far. This is obviously the most important thing to do first, obviously. Or it would obviously be the most important thing to do if you had remembered to bring your trusty knife. Ah, true, I forgot I did that. Okay. I forgot he did that. You feel so insecure without your trusty knife, it makes you want to slit your wrists. Okay. Or at the very least, flog your carapace with some sort of measuring apparatus. Okay, look at the wall, bro. Prod. It's like a laser. You examine the perplexing contraption across the room. You, of course, have no idea what it could possibly do. You adopt the only obvious course of action, which is to poke and prod it with your handy ruler. You are quite sure this is what science is all about. Press the triangular pattern. What does it do? It turns the screen blue. You go back to the control panel, which probably obviously controls that gizmo, and you press the big blue button, which is obviously probably the most obvious thing to push. You purify a pumpkin with a, like, face carved into it or something. Awesome. Pumpkin looked pretty tasty. It seems this mysterious gourd was transported, purified, from a specific time and location somewhere on this planet you are on. You wonder if the machine, a purifier, will take any object that exists at whatever time and location you supply. There's a symbol carved on the pumpkin. You don't know what it means, and you doubt it will ever prove to be relevant in any way. Yeah, probably. Devour it. Is it a fake pumpkin? You consider dining on the right flesh of the plump vegetable, but your curiosity about the purifier gets the better of you. You try to sneak a nibble from the pumpkin anyway. Okay, what's the green button? There's two of them. You first examine the attractive green buttons. I think this person just finds the color green attractive. Just in general. The icon for the one on the left is that house shape you've seen plenty of times before. The right one, on closer inspection, appears to be the map for this underground facility with an X marking its center. Okay, push the green button on the right. The map. Ah, are those my coordinates? Okay. All the numbers change. Perhaps these are the coordinates for the location of the center of the facility, along with the local date and time. If this is the case, it would make a useful reference point for your current bearings. Yeah, fiddle with the dials. Okay, changing the time. One way to find out would be to attempt to purify something from this facility. Should be easy to zero in on a location relative to the center because you have an uncanny knack for tracking precise distances you have already traversed in whatever units you choose. Your handy ruler gives you a good clue as to the basic unit of human measurement. You will go with that. Okay, purify my trusty knife. 141.8. Dang, insane, actually. Didn't realize it would have such a good, precise knowledge of coordinates. You nudge the coordinates very slightly and bump up the elevation by 0.5 human measurement units. You make sure to keep the time approximately what it was to begin with. You purify your trusty knife. Okay, purify the Cantown, the entirety of it. Okay, well, except for all the homes and roads. And also, I'm missing quite a few tabs. You nudge the number a bit more and purify a bunch of cans. This is so much more efficient than walking back to the other room to get them. You are to believe that time is at a premium, after all. Purify the pumpkin. Dunce. Does this machine look like a de-purifier to you? Honestly, the idea that a purifier could both purify and dispurify things is so laughably ridiculous. You wish someone would de-purify your brain and re-purify it with a brain that is more smart and less dumb. Okay, use the trusty knife to carve a spook schema, however you pronounce it. Schema. In the pumpkin. Yep, just cut off the top. Cool. What the hell are you talking about? That idea makes no sense at all, and it's basically meaningless. Try using that mushy stuff in your gourd next time. Instead, you just carve off the top, exposing a decadent cache of gorgeous seed-laden ambrosia. Needless to say, you consume all of it rather quickly, but it turns out to be too gross for us to watch. Okay. Move the spirograph switch. Do that, yeah. You cannot move it. It has a spirograph-shaped indentation on it, and possibly will require a specific kind of key to turn it. Okay. I don't have that. Purify the firefly out of the amber. Where did it go? Don't eat it. Okay, cool. You release your blinky new friend. You will give her a name when something suitably whimsical occurs to you. Okay, adjust the time dial to purify the rotten pumpkin that you already ate? Oh no, from the past. So you didn't eat the original pumpkin. True. You and Serenity, nice name, consider new ways to waste more time with the purifier. You are assuming she is a girl firefly, even though you are not really sure that fireflies can even be girls. You target the extremely tasty rotten pumpkin that was sitting in the other room hours ago. Paradoxify. It's green and mushy. It seems the purifier cannot purify something if it will create a time paradox. A gelatinous ghost pumpkin appears and quickly dissolves into a pile of unappetizing sludge. Shame. Purify the grate over the entrance to the facility. Serenity blinks a message of urgency. You nearly forgot that while trapped in amber, she was witness to all your tomfoolery and dilly-dallying in the other room, and knows the timer is about to expire. It is time to get this show on the road and escape. You reset the coordinates with the right green button again, and this time only adjust the elevation by approximately 10 human measurement units. Okay. Hasten to the exit post-haste. Dang, it's like, why are it, like, red hot. White, glowing hot. Hasten to the exit post-haste. Yeah, take the pumpkin with you. Oh, save all the cans from the Cantown. Hurry up. Okay, talking in Morse code. That's awesome. What are you purifying? Bro, actually, hurry up. Is this really necessary? This is incredibly silly. Psych? Oh, wait. Unpsych. You attempt the rare and highly dangerous 5 times cliffhanger combo and fail. We are doing it, man. We are making this happen. Ascend. Ah, you're in the middle of it. Oh. Oh, it's a rocket. Okay. Maybe go back inside, actually. I don't know that you want to be on top of that when it's like going to space. Okay, I would not stand on the edge there. That seems highly dangerous without any railings or anything. A continent westward. And years in the past, but not really. Okay, crater. Turned into desert. Grew a tree. That dropped the... Okay. An ocean westward. And years in the past, but not many. The volcano. I saw that on the map. Okay, another crater filled up with lava. That dried and then grew a frog temple. And then became an ocean. Okay. Now it's just an island. Dang, actually looks beautiful there. Rose, not in a great not in a great situation right now. Okay, you just have a secret basement, cool. Oh, the John's dad, he somehow undid his handcuffs with his magic tricks. Dave, on the roof, fighting like a ghost or whatever. Oh, it's Dave Strider's brother. Empty? Ran out of fuel or something, I guess? I don't know. Wow. Oh, it's not over. Probably. And that was a crazy page. End of Act 2. Crazy. Okay, I'll be real. I've been idling this for like 6 hours now. In Discord it says I've been playing for 7 hours and 35 minutes. And I have 58 minutes of recording. So, been away a tiny bit. Basically like half the day. Dear John. Oh wow, there's a big page. Okay, Colonel Sakur's daunting text of magical frivolity and practical japery. The Colonel amuses men marginally less soused than he on a sweltering Mississippi evening. In true Sassacre form, he puts his astonishing julep intake to use with the textbook execution of Butterfinger's Solitaire. A classic. Dear John, you are no doubt reading this as a handsome and strapping young man. Why, the mangrit needed to lift this book is itself a sign of your maturity, not even to speak of the wisdom needed to grasp the nuance of Sassacre's time-tested mischief. I am so proud of you, grandson. How I wish I could have delivered this heirloom to you in the flesh, but I'm afraid it wasn't in the cards. For you see, John, like you, this book must yet take a journey. Its journey will end on the final day of my life, and even then will continue some, though I suppose that will be up to your father. Perhaps he will discuss it with you one day when he and you are ready. But it is your journey I am writing about to wish you luck. There will come a day when you will be thrust into another world, and once you arrive, that is only the beginning. You will soon delve even deeper into a realm of warring royalty in a timeless expanse, a realm of agents and exiles and consorts and colonel sprites, of toiling underlings and slumbering denizens, a realm where four will gather, the heir of breath and seer of light, the knight of time and witch of space, and together they will ascend. John, if only you knew how important you were. I regret my passing came so early in your life, and yet I feel in my heart we have already met. But what I know for sure is that we will meet again. Until then, John, I do hope your father keeps you well fed. Hartford Con, American Publishing Company, Bliss and Co., Newark, NJ, R.W. Bliss and Co., Toledo, Ohio, P.G. Gilman and Co., Chicago, Nettleton and Co., Cincinnati, Ohio, F.A. Hutchison and Co., St. Louis, M.O., H.H. Bancroft and Company, San Francisco, California, with love, Nana. P.S. Hoo hoo hoo. Okay, well, I feel kind of bad leaving it off here, but also it's the end of Act 2, beginning of Act 3, so it is like the perfect time to stop, even though I only went for an hour and only read 145 pages, which is less than even part 1, which I read 249 pages. Or 248 or something. But yeah, I've been watching X-Files and I want to finish the season today, the first season. Only got 2 episodes, so I'll end there, I guess. Problem Sleuth, true. That's the guy's name. Well, it's the name of the thing at least. Dang, I'd like spent like a while on Problem Sleuth and I did not finish it. And Homestuck is like 8 times that, 6 times it in length. I wonder if I can see where I was in Problem Sleuth. It was not 219, I don't think. Load game? No save game found. Ah, that sucks. I think I was like 800 something. Uh, I have no idea, man. Yeah. I have no idea. I was pretty far though in Problem Sleuth. The man on man suck off challenge? That's crazy. Answer one simple question. That's a lot of text. Diving deep into Olive Garden's hole. Hello, cheerful bear. I would like to play a game. Hello, cheerful bear. I would. Is that opening Microsoft Edge? It is. Wow. Ryan Quest. Yep, that's an entire forum with a lot of posts. Okay, whatever. Yep, ending, I guess. I'll actually go for longer next time, probably.